This is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Sunday the 11th of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, bullish start to the day. Then we see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 33,586 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 34,161. Going to see support from the broader market, however, for Bitcoin to break back through to 34,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 34,242 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 35,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 34,817. A fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 32,930 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 32,000 levels. Second major support level at 32,355 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, coming off the back of yesterday's late partial recovery. So look out for a possible bullish cross there to support further upside. On the EMAs, the 50 continued to hold its ground on the 100 and the 200, so that's still a bearish indicator. So key would be for Bitcoin to avoid fallback through the pivot 33,586, break back through to 34,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across Ethereum against US dollar, relatively positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move back through the pivot at 2126 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2177. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from 2150 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 2200 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 2300 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2244. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2059 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 2000 levels. Second major support level at 2008 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day after a bullish cross late yesterday. So keep an eye out for that. A continued widening will support further upside. On the EMAs, however, bearish indicator still, with the 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 2126 and back through to 2150 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, also a relatively positive start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 134 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 137. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from this morning's high 135.5. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 136.86 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 140s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 140. A fall back through the pivot will bring the first major support level 131 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of the second major support level at 127. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram that's coming off the back of yesterday's late recovery. So you need to keep an eye out for a possible bearish cross through the middle morning there. On the EMAs, 50 has narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200, but still a bearish signal. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 134 and break through this morning's high 135.5 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, it's been a mixed start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 0.6286 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 6442. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.64 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 0.65 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 0.67 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.6642. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 6086 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid the second major support level at 0.5930. Looking at the MACD, slight widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day after a late bullish cross yesterday, but need to keep an eye on that possible bearish cross through the morning. On the EMAs, bearish indicated with the 50 EMA pulling marginally back from the 100 and the 200. So key through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 6286 and back through to 0.64 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play.